Uh, we are discussing obesity since morning, particularly the therapy aspect. But look at the number of obese persons and why we deal with this problem. So the things start like this, that when you are having a drug which is effectively reducing it, then you discuss this problem more effectively. So now we are having good drugs available to us to target obesity, and before targeting obesity we should look at the problem itself. So I will be highlighting the epidemic which is unraveling in our scenario, in our population. These are my disclosures. And when we say obese, who is obese? So we say obese who looks overweight or obese, but we have to look into the definition that different societies has given a definition. Important point about definition is that there is excess of fat or adiposity, and there may be maldistribution, as well as this excess of weight is causing some health issues or some complications. So they say that obesity is just not as a result of lifestyle choices. It is a chronic progressive disease which is characterized by excessive accumulation of body fat that poses a risk to health. So we all know that obesity is related to so many other diseases. People say there are 292 diseases which are influenced by weight gain or obesity. We say that there may be mental problems like anxiety, depression, etc. There may be mechanical problems like osteoarthritis or obstructive sleep apnea, and of course there are metabolic complications in the form of insulin resistance, diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, cardiovascular diseases, MASH or MASLD, and many more. So indicating that this excess of adiposity is causing significant morbidity and mortality is not, you can say, new. There are huge burden of this obesity, and it is a progressively increasing. You can see that at present, out of 8.2 billion population of world, we have something like 2.11 billion overweight or obese persons. It is something like 1 billion in men and 1.1 billion in women. So you find that large number of our population is suffering from overweight or obesity. This problem is, you can say, accumulation of this fat is a global problem, but some of these countries are having excess of challenge, particularly if you look into these three countries like China, India, and USA. You find that half of our population of obesity is residing in these three countries, and the prevalence of this overweight or obesity is rising in the age group of 45 to 49 in female and between 35 to 39 in male patients. Now this slide is very, very important, highlighting the problem of obesity causing metabolic disturbances in our body. So we know that there are different concepts of looking into the complications of obesity, and one of the very important concept was YY phenomena. That was Dr. Yudkin and Dr. Yagnik having the same BMI, but the body composition was different. Dr. Yagnik was having huge amount of fat, and if you see Dr. Yagnik, he appears to be a lean and thin person. He is an endocrinologist from Pune. But Dr. Yudkin is a UK-based endocrinologist. He appears to be muscular, but his fat composition was 9% only as compared to 21% fat of Dr. Yagnik, indicating that we Indians are thin fat Indians, and that's why when we measure our, you can say, measurement of obesity, we have to take different yardsticks. And that's how we say that there are different types of metabolic abnormalities which is seen in our obese patients. So they divided the population into metabolic healthy non-obese, indicating that their BMI is less than 25 and they are having no metabolic abnormalities. What are these metabolic abnormalities? Their waist circumference is higher. They are having high glucose, like more than 100 milligram per deciliter. They are having blood pressure of 130 by 85 or more. Their triglycerides are higher and their HDL is low. So they say that if they are having no metabolic abnormalities, we label them as metabolically healthy, non-obese. Then the second group is metabolically obese, non-obese. This is a very important group where large number of Indian patients are falling into this, or you can say not patient but population is falling into this, because here the BMI is less than 25, but having more than two or more than two metabolic abnormalities seen in this population, and this is something like 43% of our population. Then the third group is metabolically healthy obese. Sometimes we see obese persons having no problem. They don't have any hypertension, dyslipidemia or diabetes. And you find that only 1.8% of these obese persons are metabolically healthy. And then last group is metabolically obese and obese patients. These are having a BMI of more than 25 and they are also having two or more than two metabolic abnormalities. So here we again highlight that sometimes within Indian patients are having metabolic abnormalities, and that's why our targets are different. We don't say that our weight BMI should be 25 or above to say overweight. We say 23 to 24.5. And here in one of the landmark study in Indian context, you can see that this ICMR INDIAB study was looking into the metabolic abnormality of our population, and we find that large number of our patients are having dysglycemia, obesity, generalized obesity, as well as abdominal obesity. And if you look into abdominal obesity, it is more than the generalized obesity, indicating even if our persons are usually looking into a normal BMI, they all carry a abdominal obesity, indicating that they are having increased amount of adiposity, and this adiposity is adiposopathy generating. And that's why we are having huge amount of burden. And they say that once you are having persons with dysglycemia, pre-diabetes as well as obesity, the chances of them progressing to diabetes will be very high. So the burden of diabetes is not going to reduce in years to come, because we are having these two problems together. So that these are the classification of overweight and obesity in Indian context. And here we say that overweight means BMI of 23 to 24.9. Class 1 obesity means BMI of 25 or more to 29.9. And class 2 obesity is that BMI of 30 or more than that. Looking into states where you find huge amount of obesity and overweight, you find that in Indian context, you find that northern states like Punjab, Haryana and Uttarakhand, or the southern states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh are having huge burden of overweight or obesity. As per the National Family Health Survey, you find that 23% of women and 22% of men are overweight as per BMI criteria, and 40% of women and 12% of men are having abdominal obesity. And this prevalence of abdominal obesity, that is waist circumference more than 80 centimeter in females and more than 92 centimeter in our male patients, are having huge burden. And even in our young patients, like young population of people who are children who are having under 5 years, you find that it has increased from 1.9% to 4% in this last 20 years or so. And the trends are continuously going up. You find that whether you are looking at men, women, boys or girls, as the years are advancing, these are the projections of increase in weight. You find that large number of our population is having a going trajectory. Global overweight and obesity, again you find that overweight and obesities are increasing from 2020 from 38% to 51%, what is projected in 2035. And obesity, that is the other area where you find that it is increasing from 14% to 24% in 2035. So percentage of people who are increasing in weight is continuously going up. Then the question arises how the things are happening in this field. So there are barriers in the management of obesity. Of course, we will be highlighting the management in the next two topics, two lectures. But why it is happening? There are patients factors and physicians factors which are operating here. Patient factors are very important. In our society, people don't call themselves as obese. They say, खाते पीते घर का है और healthy है. That is the usual concept of health in our society. Our culture is like this, that we say we are healthy rather than we are saying that we are overweight or obese. There is a lack of recognition of obesity as a chronic disease. It is a relapsing disease which comes on continuously. There are misbeliefs and misinformations about the weight gain. There are so many environmental factors, urbanization, our diet is changing, our patterns are increasing. We have not left our, you can say, sweets and samosas and kachoris, but we have added pizzas and burgers, etc. in addition to all those things. Cost of therapy is again very important. It is a costly therapy, and sometimes we don't realize that obesity is leading on to so much of comorbidities. Physicians factors are also there because our physicians are not having sufficient time to, you can say, give the instructions to our patient in a short time because they are all overburdened. There is a insufficient training and counseling skill in obesity field, and there are lack of formal diagnosis of obesity. So with that, looking into the people with obesity and assessing their health and weight, when you ask them whether your weight is okay, most of the time, even in this obese population, they say that, of course, I am looking good, I am okay, and only 30 to 40% of them are saying that they are having problem. Similarly, when you look into this obese population and ask them whether your health is okay, only 1 out of 8 will be saying that I am having some problem, rather than saying that I am really having some problem because of obesity. So dear friends, this obesity problem is a big problem, and it is continuously growing, and we find that globally there are 2 billion, you can say, adults which are having overweight or obesity, and countries like India, China and USA are having something like 50% of overweight or obese patients in them. In India, more than 100 million people are struggling with obesity, and abdominal obesity is more commonly seen in our population. 40% of women and 12% of men are suffering from abdominal obesity, and overweight prevalence in children under 5 years again increasing from 1.9 to 4%. And India has various patients and physicians related factors which are, you can say, causing barrier to the management of obesity. With that, I thank you very much.